is love begun? As I touch your lips, I know that you are mine. Or is it only madrugada, spinning dreams around my heart? Only madrugada, just pretending, whispering that we will never part.
Hello and welcome to Long Beachin with Mo. In the studio today I have a very good friend and a brilliant entertainer. His name is Earl Okin. Hello, Earl.
Hi, Mo.
He's very well known in Europe and England. You are the voice of MTV at the moment, I understand.
MTV2.
MTV2?
Yeah, that's apparently a difference. I'm not quite sure what it is, but it's a difference.
There is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't ask me.
Don't ask me, I'm just doing the stuff.
Exactly.
Right? And you've come over to America because you're going to see how the American audiences take to you. Is that correct?
Well, that's sort of. I have been here before. This is really what they call showcasing. So what I'm here for is to have meetings with incredibly important agents and sort of show them my wares. And then the idea is I get very rich and famous and have groupies. That's the basic
You're already rich and famous. What are you talking about?
Oh,
but you want to be rich and famous over here?
Tell my back manager that.
You have played with everybody. You opened up for Paul McCartney and Wings.
Yes.
At Wembley. So
Yes.
you played from Wembley to the Albert Hall to humongous places and also pubs and clubs and...
You know, I've done most of it. I've been... Australia, Hong Kong, most of Europe. Oh gosh, I can't even think. Brazil. I love going to Brazil. Lots of places, and I do different things with different hats on in different places depending what's required.
Because at one time, is it still happening over in Brazil? They keep showing a piece of on the TV, a piece of what you did, because they don't believe you're English because of the bossa nova that you do.
I don't know why, because I'm really quite Brazilian now. Because after time, you play a bit of bossa nova and you begin to be more Brazilian. And the Brazilian women are so gorgeous. I'm quite willing to become Brazilian just for that reason.
So you just spend your time on the beach. You don't go on the beach.
No, I don't go on the beach.
You're not a beach person.
No. I'm more São Paulo than Rio de Janeiro. You know how all countries have this sort of dichotomy that it's New York, LA, isn't it?
Right.
And LA would be more the beach culture, obviously.
Yes.
And New York would be more like the city.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing with Brazil. São Paulo is the New York, and then you go 200 miles or 300 miles away, and there's Rio de Janeiro, with women going around wearing bikinis, which are spoken of locally as dental floss, which I think is a fairly accurate description.
That's accurate, yes. Yeah. Mm.
And so those are the two cultures.
No, but you started playing. I've given to understand you started reading at 2 years old.
Yes, I'm afraid so. I was that much of a show-off.
Now, when did you start composing music?
That was much later. I started listening to... I was bought on my third birthday, or was it somewhere around Christmas, a wind-up gramophone with some 78s. And then I was introduced at a very early age to the sound of grand opera, and I wanted to be an opera singer when I was about 4. Mm-hmm. And... a bit difficult really because my voice hadn't broken, and then it broke and I got the wrong sort of voice. I mean, I can sing, but it's not right for opera really. Right. And by this time I discovered the wonderful world of jazz, and particularly Duke Ellington. Mm-hmm. And so I then started trying to play the piano and accompanying myself singing jazz, and then I'd start sitting alongside records of Duke Ellington trying to join in, as you do when you're a teenager. Mm-hmm. And this was also, of course, the same point, the 60s come along, and I started writing tunes in various styles, classical songs, jazz songs, bossa nova, and then, of course, there came the great thing, and I was, as a songwriter, I was signed to Dick James, who had already some artists with him already. They were called the Beatles.
That's right.
And then, in the middle of it, quite stupidly, I got all middle class and went and got a degree when I should have been getting rich and famous. And so since I wasn't around, he signed somebody else and he called himself Elton John.
Elton John, right.
So there you are. So I don't know what happened to him, but he's probably still around somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. You have played alongside many people. Give us a few names.
Oh gosh, it
Because
depends.
I find you to be very... You don't like to mention names very much, and, and you should.
I do it forced.
You should.
Well, I mean, Paul McCartney, that was, and Wings. In fact, Lawrence Juba lives, as you know, in LA, and I happened to be seeing him. He was the guitarist, very good. But I knew him before that because he lived in my street, Portobello Road in Notting Hill.
That's right.
And so I knew him before that tour, so we've known each other for a long time. Then Van Morrison on the tour, that's sort of on the rock side of things. There was a legendary folk rock band called, oh gosh, there were several folk. Started with Ralph McTell, Fairport Convention is the main one, and then of course Richard Thompson, who sometimes played with them, and now again lives here, and I hope you'll be seeing while I'm over here. And that's on the sort of more pop side of things.
Right.
And then of course there's the jazz, which I love, and I actually got to perform with two of my heroes. I did a show once with Stefan Grappelli, and Larry Adler was on the show. And then once, I wasn't really booked, to be honest, but I was actually called up on stage by the wonderful...
Which you usually are.
Well, yes, but I was younger then. And this was by the wonderful Benny Carter, who sadly has just died. I was hoping to see him on this trip, and he just died shy of his 96th birthday.
Yeah.
I only spoke to him about 2 or 3 months ago. I knew him for 25. Wonderful man. Fantastic musician. I mean, I think the greatest alto player in jazz.
Yeah.
Also a trumpet player and arranger. And
Talking about that, you can also play trumpet and clarinet, and there's something you do with your...
Well, yes, it's so difficult to learn all of them, isn't it? So
So the
lazy.
easiest way was
Just sing them.
You are going to give us a song with,
I could do that. Yes, I could.
Could you do that for us right now?
Yes. Well, I thought I'd begin because I'm usually introduced with the words musical genius and sex symbol, because I am. And this is the song I usually start my show with, and I just say, "Hello, ladies," and I sing this song. If you come into my room, put a smile on your lips. Come to my room, kinda loosen up your hips. Come to my room, baby, we're gonna have us some fun. If you come into my room, you'll hear that closing door once you're in. Feel those clothes slip to the floor. Come to my room, baby, we're gonna have us some fun. 'Cause I'll put you under my spell, charm you out of your shell. Let's see how everything fits. Then I'll do everything you want and give you the shivery bits. Just come to my room. Make no plans to get away once you're in my room. You'll wanna stay there every day. Come to my room, baby, we're gonna have us some fun. I'm feeling horny tonight. 'Cause I'll put you under my spell, charm you out of your shell. Let's see how everything fits. Then I'll do everything you want and give you the shivery bits. Just come into my room. Make no plans to get away once you're in. Y'all want to stay there every day. Come to my room, baby. We're gonna have some fun. Yes, in my room. We're gonna have us some fun.
Well, that was very nice. When did you write that?
Oh gosh, I must have written that about 6 years ago because I used to do the Edinburgh International Festival every year. In fact, I got into the Guinness Book of Records that way because I've done more shows than anybody else has ever done.
That's right. I was going to bring that into
that's why I'm so tired.
There.
And
that's why you're so tired, especially all that flying last night.
That didn't help. And anyway, so I used to write new songs every year to provide.
Yeah.
Last night was a bit of a thing. I forgot, they're all driving the wrong side of the road here, and they got really annoyed on the freeway. They really did.
Yeah.
But anyway, here I am. I'm alive. That's the main thing.
Also, what I wanted to ask you, while you're over here, you're going to be doing a sitcom, and you're also going to be playing...
I just found that out.
Yes, you did, didn't you? You've been written into a sitcom.
Oh, dear.
You haven't even done your blocking or anything,
No,
have you?
I know nothing about this at all.
But also you're going to be playing at the Queen Mary, the Argyle, the Derby... Is it Derby or Derby?
Well, I say Derby. But they say Derby, yeah. So
the Improv,
and the Coffee Gallery up in Altadena, which will be a fun one as well.
Great. So now, do you plan to come back and?
Well, as I say, the idea is that these are not. I'm not really working. They're just doing these things and inviting people from the industry.
Great.
Along, and then the idea is I should get discovered.
That's right.
And,
American Discovery.
This is it.
Well, at that point, what we'll do, we are going to take a little bit of a break so we can just get our bearings here. And then we're going to come back and we'll have another 15 minutes. But I'm sure people want to hear more of your music, so I'll do less chatting. We'll have more of your music.
You're on.
All right. Sounds good to me. Hello and welcome back to Long Beachin with Mo. Today in the studio, as I said before, we have Mr. Earl Okin, who's going to be playing around town. You're playing around town now, sir?
It's all lies. I didn't touch her.
I wanted to open up because you are actually known as the entertainer's entertainer. And you know that, and you're very kind of quiet about that. But you also have played, you're the one that the Queen calls when she wants you to play for her.
I don't know about that. I have entertained the Queen and the late Princess Margaret once. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's true. I've done that.
And what about this? You have a plaque or something at Abbey Road Studios?
No, I don't have
not a plaque. Because someone has said to me, Earl's got a plaque at Abbey Road Studios. I said, a plaque? Don't they do that to people?
Just making that up.
Okay.
I'm still alive. No, I made my first single at Abbey Road back in the 60s. That's true. It's actually the same, the famous scene where you see the Beatles. That studio is where I made my first single.
Yeah.
So that is true, yes. Because I've always had this sort of triple career because there's the jazz thing.
Right.
There's I've been for the last 20 years I've been a sort of headline act on the London comedy circuit.
That's right. Yeah.
But it all stems originally from being a singer-songwriter. That's how it started all out. So.
And also you were known as Bossa Nova. Tell us about the Bossa Nova. Bossa Nova.
Bossa Nova. Well, I discovered Bossa Nova listening to my favourite American singer called Peggy Lee. And she was the only one of the really great American singers who really knew how to sing Bossa Nova. But naturally, if you really want to hear it, you've then got to go on to hear the Brazilians. And the man who invented Bossa Nova is called João Gilberto. You have to do that. It's impossible to pronounce. No, it's a very strange language.
João Gilberto.
João Gilberto. And if you get records of him, he's just wonderful. And so I started trying to sing that way, because if you're going to sing Bossa Nova, you have to listen to him. You can't do it some other way. That is the way.
Right.
And so I started doing that, and gradually meeting more Brazilians. I said, no, you don't play like that. You don't play. No, the rhythm is not like that. It's like this, and you don't do that. And finally, I've got more and more authentic. At least I hope so. Which is strange if you were born in Surrey, but there you are. And then I started writing bossa novas, and so I've actually been doing concerts in Brazil now, which is, if you think about it, ridiculous. We let somebody from Hong Kong coming to London and say, I do now Hamlet for you, and it just is daft, but still I do it. Mm-hmm. And instead of saying, go away, you foreigner, you have no idea what you're doing, they say, they're actually very welcoming, and they regard it as a great compliment that somebody from another country. And my biggest moment was somebody said, but you are more authentic than the young Brazilians, they said to me. So I thought, yes, I'm more authentic.
You've done it.
So yes.
Do you want to do a Brazilian song for us?
Well, what I'll do is actually, I was in Rio de Janeiro trying to meet João Gilberto. He's a very nice chap, but he's very sort of reclusive, let's say. But I'd got somebody who was going to set up the meeting, and I was going to go around there at midnight because he likes to meet you. And then at the last moment, I'm sitting in my hotel, and somebody told me that his son had arrived just that moment from New York, and I thought, no, I shall be adult, and I shall not go around tonight, and I shall be some other, son. So I sat, and I had nothing to do, and I was, as usual, I was playing some chords, looking out. As you do. And the sun was going down. It's an amazing sunset you get in Rio de Janeiro. And it was raining as well, so you can imagine the colours were amazing. And I sat on the balcony and wrote this song. And then about an hour later, when I'd finished the song, I then sat down and wrote some lyrics for it. And this is the result. And I used to send you roses. Waited every day. As I watched you hold your roses, you never glanced my way. And you love Was it so hard to say? If only love could grow like roses, I'd have my rose today. Called Love and Roses.
Ah, that's very
It's an
nice.
R, isn't it? R.
Well, it's an R song, yes.
Yeah,
It's very R. And also you sing in Spanish.
Oh, I did. There's one I just learned a little bit of a bossa. Well, it was a famous old classic Spanish song, or maybe Mexican. I don't know where it comes from. And everybody sings it, and they sing it badly, and it sounds like one of those cliche songs. You think, oh God, no, not. And then I had João Gilberto do it as a bossa nova, And so you suddenly realise what a beautiful song it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't speak Spanish, so I did it downstairs to my Spanish neighbours who come from Spain. And when we say Spanish in England, it means Spain. And I said, look, have I got the words right? And they said, yes, you have, but we don't understand. You are English, aren't you? I said, yes. And they said, why are you speaking Spanish with a Brazilian accent? Confused
how
people.
Funny. That is funny.
So it's, Bésame Mucho is the song, that everybody knows that one. So I do that one. It's a bossa.
Well, people need to come out and hear you.
Yes.
That way they'll hear the song.
That's what they do.
But also you're a great comedian too.
Oh, well, yes, I have to do that to make a living, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
And so I've done comedy festivals, and as I say, the comedy circuit in London, and I've done in LA before. I've played it.
And I understand you're cheesing someone off recently. Something about composing.
Composing what? You mean a certain composer of musicals in London?
Mm-hmm,
yes,
you're really cheesing him off, aren't you?
We don't talk about names.
No, we don't talk about names, but
we used to wonder why they sometimes give knighthoods to people.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a song called "I Don't Know How to Write Songs, but I Know How to Steal Them." But I don't know who it's about. People seem to think it's about somebody in particular. I wouldn't know.
Mm-hmm. Yes, because now was this brought on because there was I understand there was a major car company who had this is what is where the story is. So let's find out. There was a major car company that chose a certain ALW song.
Okay.
And because we're not allowed to say it in case we should get sued or something.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, correct.
Allegedly.
And because they did that, he wanted money from them.
Oh, yeah.
And that cheesed you off. And because you realised that he's stolen all the songs from dead composers.
I didn't actually know about the car company, but I just, every other time I heard something, and I was listening to this particular tune, which was called I Don't Know How to Love Him.
Mm-hmm.
And then I happened to be playing the slow movement of Mendelssohn's Violin Concerto, and it's as identical as anything can be without it actually being note for note. And then I noticed some others were also sort of Brahms,
I'm given to understand,
Puccini.
because you do a skit in your show, and I'm given to understand he's quite upset about that, isn't he?
I don't think he knows, actually.
I think he does.
No,
I've heard through the grapevine he does.
No, I don't think he knows.
Yeah. Anyway, we've only got 5 minutes left, Earl.
Okay.
So I guess should we go out with a song? Or?
Okay, this one I hope is mine. I hope I've not stolen. I was sitting in Stansted Airport, as you do, waiting for the plane to arrive, bored out of my brain, and I set myself a task to write a song with what I call 2-finger chords. You're only allowed to use 2 fingers.
Okay.
And I almost did it, but there's a bit of a cheat in the middle 8, but see if I can get it right. So it goes like this. When the night seems longer and you're on your own, someone will be waiting all alone. Maybe she is near you, maybe miles apart, but someone is waiting for your heart. Though it seems forever, how long can you wait? When love comes never too late. You may meet tomorrow, you may wait for years, but someone is waiting, drying all
though it seems forever and your dreams forlorn. Bear in mind, maybe she's not yet born. On the night you find her, all will turn out right. Someone will be waiting. Love may call tonight. Ooh.
That is the perfect song to finish on because we have about 50 seconds left. I thank you very much for coming into the studio.
My pleasure.
Thank you very much for taking time out, because I know you're a very busy man while you're here the 2 weeks that you are here. But I hope when you come back next time, you'll come back to the studio and see us.
Yes, preferably without jet lag.
Without. Okay, maybe you'd like to, well, I guess...
I'll play you out?
Yeah.
Let's do blues.
Sounds good.